This is the 323 parts over here. Now this is a part that is still plated, still rusty. So what we do, we remove that by special chemicals. So we take all the plating off it, derust it, and ready for panel beating.
In the panel beating shop, things get straightened out the old way. Once that's done, it's out to the polishing room.
This is the hard part of the process. Everything has to be polished by different emery belts, things like that, to get a good finish on the work. The whole idea of this here, you've got to get long runs on it, so you've got to be straight. As you can see, this is done with a 120 belt. You can see that it's a nice cut. We go down to a 180, and then we go down finer again to a 240, and then we get a worn 240 with grease on it, and we go over it again, so it leaves it quite shiny. And then from then, we go out to the plating shop. The article comes out and comes into the plating shop here and goes into a soap cleaner. This is a soap chemical cleaner. I'll just hold it up here for you. Now we've got to wipe all the grease off this work. You've got to be perfectly clean. You can't leave anything on it, otherwise the plating will not stick to it. And then we put it in the tank, back into the bath here. Now we put a electric shock through it. You can actually see that working now, like that.
See it all fizzling away there?
Yeah, and you see the outline of the job. Now that cleaner is really cleaning that steel. And then we'll come over to this water trough over here, and that takes the chemicals off that one. And then we go into a sulfuric acid. And if you have a look here, you can actually see the power going through it, through the work. And that's itching the steel. That's bringing the steel back to life. And then from there, it's not an air long, and then it comes into this water wash again. We've got to put a cyanide base on it, which is like an undercoat.
Cyanide?
Cyanide, yes, it is cyanide too, cyanide copper. But it's got to go through there, because if we put straight steel into an acid copper, the acid copper just attacks the steel. So you've got to get a base of cyanide copper. So I'll just take that over there now. You can actually see it plating on this tank, because the solution is quite clear. You can just actually see that. See how the colours change now? From steel to there. So, but it needs a little bit more on that, so I'll just put that into there.
And how long does it need to sit in the copper cyanide bath before it goes into the next process?
Probably around about 2 or 3 minutes. I can take this out now, and you can see the real pink colour. Now that's a nice coating on it now to go into the acid copper. Now after the cyanide copper, it is washed off very thoroughly, and it comes into our acid copper. Now, nickel and chrome give you brightness and all that, but the secret in chrome plating, I reckon, is in copper. You get the luster, you get the depth out of copper. After coppering, it comes back out to the polishing shop again, and we use special mops to highly polish the copper so we can see if there's any scratches or any marks in it, so we can copper out, because we've got so much copper on it, you can work it. It's all been copper finished and ready for plating. It's back out to the plating shop.
What to now?
Well, we get it all ready to go through the nickel now, and that will be in the nickel for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then from there it comes out, washed off again, and goes around the corner to our chrome bath, and then it's chromed. Now this is the final step in chrome plating. This is the chrome. But people get the wrong idea to think chrome is one part and that's it, but it's not. Chrome is only to stop the nickel going yellowy and dull. You can see some parts sometimes have got big yellow rings in it, and that's where the chrome hasn't thrown. The main thing is the 2 coppers, the nickel, and the chrome is only to stop it going yellow.